Hey there, how y'all doing? This is Data here. I'm at the porch of Gorgeous Stays, some of you might recognize. This is day 2 of our short trip down here. We were pretty worn out yesterday, so Mrs. Data and I spent the day today just hanging out in the little trail towns, kind of getting a feel for the area, for trips we might want to take down here in the future. So we went into Franklin for a little while and spent a little bit of money at a gear shop, and we went into Bryson City and spent a little bit more money at a gear shop. But we don't have a lot to change in my kit, but there were a couple things I wanted to add on, and this was a good place to go get that. So now we're going to go into Bryson City and have dinner, and we're going to come back here and lay a plan for the long drive back to the western suburbs of Chicago that we're going to make tomorrow. So again, it was a good day. We didn't really do any hiking today, though, so except hiking around Bryson City and Franklin, which were both, it was a pretty cool way to spend a day with my beloved. So, and in the meantime, I'll show you what the porch of Gorgeous Stays looks like on a nice warm August afternoon. So as you can see, I have company. Honey is taking a nap right here at my feet. Let me pet her with my Hoka. And then that's the school bus we're staying in. And Mrs. Data's up there doing some work stuff. And there were a bunch of other guests this morning, but I think most everybody's checked out now, and I think there are some other people checking in this afternoon. So it's a pretty quiet day in the gorge. So we decided to take a quick trip over to the road to nowhere. These are the barricades. There's Mrs. Data.
Hello.
There's where you park. There are a set of nice hikes just beyond this, but we're not going to go on much of those. So here is the tunnel at the road to nowhere. So on the other side of this tunnel, there are a whole set of loop trails, and it also connects to the Benton Mackay trail and goes all the way through to Fontana Dam. It's not. So Mrs. Data and I have now walked in and out of the tunnel. So a couple of pieces of advice would be: bring your headlamp or a flashlight if it's been raining recently, because the tunnel drains pretty well but not perfectly. So there were a couple of low spots where the water had pooled. And we kind of stepped in those. Not bad, but the tunnel is longer than I understood, and so there's no light in the middle of it. And even my cell phone light wasn't really enough to capture it. Now I guess we'll make the drive back out. This site is located within the Great Smoky Mountains National Park on an access road that you get to through Bryson City that I had never heard of before. So I didn't realize that there was a park access over here, and as much as it doesn't go anywhere because of the broken promise that they would build a road through here all the way to Fontana Dam, you're still in the national park. So this is, if you want to really see the Smokies without a lot of other people, come to this side of the Smokies, because there were maybe 3 or 4 vehicles at the trailhead in addition to ours, and we saw 2 or 3 cars on the way in, and I'm going to video it actually on the way out because it's a pretty nice scenic drive, and I don't imagine this ever gets a lot of traffic. And from the parking lot to the tunnel is only a quarter of a mile, maybe half a mile, so it's a pretty easy walk uphill into the tunnel. first parking area, but there's not really anything to see there. I think that's a trailhead for that one trail that I thought about having us hike that hikes down to goes down to the river. And like us, they probably picked this road on purpose because they thought they wouldn't have any traffic.
Right.
And they could enjoy their time with their family. There's some black-eyed Susans in the wild. I've really loved how all over the park I've spotted that there are black-eyed Susans, just like we have at home. And on the hikes, I actually saw bee balm. I haven't seen much bee balm on our trip together. A pretty rock wall there. Nice scenery out your side there, dear. This is the back of the sign for the start of the national park. So up until this point, we've been in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. That's all there is to the gate entrance there.